Oh, hi. Is this the Kingdom Hall?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. I was just having a quick Bible question. I was wondering if somebody had a minute.
Okay, sure. I got a minute. Sure.
Oh, okay. It's from I was reading this on the website in the New World Translation, but anyways, it's from Acts 11 26.
Let me get there just a second. Who am I talking to?
Christine, what's your name? Yeah, 11:26.
Okay.
Um want me to just read
Gotcha.
it?
Yeah, go ahead,
Okay.
please.
This is about Paul. This is all of Acts about the early church and stuff. And it says, well, they
Right.
were searching for him, but after he found him, he brought him to Antioch. So for a whole year they assembled with him in the congregation and taught quite a crowd. And it was first in Antioch that the disciples were by divine providence called Christians. Um, and I just divine. What does that mean to you? Divine providence. They were called Christians. I mean, um, and why aren't you guys just called Christians? This says it was by divine providence. That means by the will of Jehovah.
Sure. Um, I'm going to have to do a little research on that to tell you the truth. I can't give you an answer right off the top of my head.
Okay.
But one thing that I can say is in Isaiah 43 talks about that you are my witnesses. You know, but let me, if it's okay if I do a little research on that and then
Sure.
I get back to you,
Sure.
would that be
Yeah,
okay?
to me, I mean,
Okay.
even a few Jehovah's Witnesses I noticed, it's almost like it's a point of pride that they're not called just Christians. They use that name from Isaiah. Well, they made a
Mm-hmm.
name out of it. I don't think it was giving a name to say you shall be my witnesses. The Israel was always meant to be a light to the nations and things like that. So
That's
they
true. That's
they
true.
they also
Yes.
see. What I'm just saying is it's almost like the opposite of this. They almost make it like a point of pride, like we're not just called Christians, we're called Jehovah's Witnesses. And yet at the same time, they claim to be the most like the first Christians, the early church. And this says that they're by divine providence called Christians. So I do want to be like them, the early church, especially if
Sure.
it says it's by the
Sure.
will of Jehovah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
and I appreciate your, wanting to be like that. Just one thing else. I was just thinking that Jesus was a witness of Jehovah, and I'll find that scripture and different things. But let me look it up. And I got your phone number
Oh,
here,
cool.
and
Okay.
your name was again.
Christine.
What was it?
Christine.
Christine. Okay,
Hey, that would be great.
certainly good.
Okay.
So just give me a few days, okay?
Sure. Thanks a lot. God bless.
Okay.
Bye.
Yep. Okay.
Hello.
Hi, is this the Kingdom Hall?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I just had a question I was wondering if someone could help me with.
Okay.
Um,
We'll try.
okay. I was just
Fire
what
the question.
I was just watching there's like some videos on their website, JW.org. Some witnesses
Yes.
told me about it. Um and there was a guy on there on the monthly one, I guess, talking about I guess he was talking about himself and some other men that are called the slave or something like that. And I just wanted to know what your thought was on the statement that he said. He said, "Do you fully trust in Jehovah, Jesus, and the faithful slave?"
Oh, okay, okay. I'm just curious. You're on the website now.
Uh-huh.
When you get on that website, I'm not quite sure. There's a number of websites that have the same thing right close to our website
Uh-huh.
that are not really, unless it's jw.org, it's not our website. There's a lot of ones that are out there that are right next to it that are actually producing false information about the organization. So you got to be careful about that. So I'll be very cautious on. I'm hoping you are on our correct website.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. I scrolled it back a couple times, so I made sure I was hearing it right what he said.
Okay. You live right here in Red Wing?
No.
Oh, okay. You're out of town. Well, you're getting us at the Kingdom Hall in Red Wing, Minnesota.
Yeah,
right now.
yeah. I know you know, I know any witness would say the same thing. I was just wondering what's your thought about that?
The slave class, that would be the workers, and actually the faithful and discreet slave would be the ones that have the same hope as Jesus, the heavenly hope, and would at one point be helping guide us, guide the brothers and sisters and any interested ones to the truth. And Jesus, we'd have to get into it. What we'd have to do is the slave class would be at one point be right at Jesus' right hand at some point in time when they're resurrected to heaven with Jesus.
Isn't
that helping guide?
So it's just 8 people, right, who are the faithful and discreet slave?
8? No, that's not correct at all. I don't know where that would have come from. But we could, you know what? Would it be more appropriate to have someone call on you and go over?
Oh no, why?
Bible?
Why? I know you guys have a phone ministry as well.
Yeah. How about if we sent you something?
Oh
that
no, thank
correct?
you. I'm really trying to find like a human response, like a really, just a response to that. Actually, they changed their teaching that the faithful slave is only 8 people right now. They changed that a couple years ago.
Well, that was never correct to begin with. So I don't know.
Are you an elder?
I'm sure that's what I was asking.
Are you an elder?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you might want to ask them about that. Yeah.
Elders, you're right. But anyway.
How would you feel about that if now they said it's just 8 people, the faithful slave?
It isn't. That's a false teaching right now. It's not just 8 people.
Yeah, they changed it. Yeah, they changed it from
where
they
did
used.
You get that information?
Well, from their publications, they changed it. It used to be the governing body and the anointed class, and now it's just the governing body. You didn't know that?
No, that isn't true either.
Could I send you some of the references on that? Because I really want to know also. I mean, I could be.
You?
Huh?
Who are you?
Christine.
And where are you located?
I live. Yeah, I don't live near there at all. No, I just wanted to talk to a witness. I thought maybe I could catch somebody where you are.
You know what would be the best thing I could recommend to you to really address that issue with you, because what you were telling me isn't any teaching we know.
Yeah, I was asking if I could send the
you,
references where they made that change.
I don't know where that came from.
Could I send you the references to your email?
Same information every day.
Yeah, I think you might have missed that one. Could I send you the references on your email?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, you might want to ask. You might want to ask the elders, because you're supposed to be giving out, accurate knowledge, and that they've changed that.
Like I say, if you give us your telephone number or address or something, we can have someone contact you and discuss this with you personally.
Do they know more about it than you do? Because you don't even know who the faithful slave is, like, currently.
Well, you know what? I'm going to have to.
Are you like new or something?
Because I'm not. You're not telling me anything that we teach or.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, a great website is called answerjw.com.
Oh, hi. I just had a quick question I was wondering if someone could help me with. I got your number from the Kingdom Hall.
Yes.
Do you have a minute?
I do.
Oh, okay. Well, the question I had was, could someone that worships Jesus be a true Christian?
Someone who worships Jesus be a true Christian. Yeah, and where are you calling from?
Well, I don't really want to talk about my personal info. I just had a question.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So, with this information, is it something that you'd like to have a Bible study with, or?
You guys can't just answer that. I mean, it's a really big difference between Jehovah's Witnesses and like mainstream Christianity. So I just wanted to affirm that I was understanding that correctly.
Mm-hmm. So our God is Jehovah God.
Uh-huh.
That's who we worship.
So
the Son is Jesus Christ.
Right. So you couldn't be a true Christian and worship Jesus, right? Is that what I'm just trying to affirm that from what I was reading on jw.org.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
Yeah. Once again, we worship Jehovah God.
You can't answer a direct question like that. You guys say you're the only channel of truth on earth. It's a very simple question. Your literature is riddled with statements about Christendom being Babylon the Great and satanic, but you don't want to answer that question. Don't you believe in their literature? I mean, I'm just trying to get somebody to affirm that's true. Are they rebranding or changing or what? Is that still the current teaching? Is it changed? You seem very hesitant to mention that.
No, we're not. And once again, what you see there on jw.org is exactly how we believe.
Oh, okay. So I'm right about that, right? They're not true Christians.
I don't think that's what the literature says.
It says they're demonic and idolaters and Babylon the Great, disgusting thing of world religions, and stuff like that. You do you read their stuff actually? Are you new?
Ma'am, once again, if you're reading jw.org
Uh-huh.
and you're looking at our beliefs and our teachings, that's exactly how we believe.
Oh, okay. So you affirm what I was saying then, right?
You have a good day, okay?
Are you a PMO? Hello?
Hello?
Hi, my name is Christine. I got your number from the Kingdom Hall.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I just had a quick question I was wondering if someone could help me with.
Okay, just a second.
Okay.
This will be loud just for a second.
Okay.
Mark the cook.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, it's about this Bible verse, Acts 8:6, and I never saw this before. I don't, you know how you just see some still, you've never seen before, but do you want me to just read it to you? It's just this one verse.
Well, just a second.
Uh-huh.
What did you just say? Can you just slow down just a hair?
Oh, yeah. Well, I was just saying I noticed it just recently. I had never really noticed this scripture before, and I just wanted to ask about it.
Okay.
Does that ever happen to you? Like you're reading and you're like, wow, I never, something pops out at you.
Yes,
Yeah,
it has.
it's so interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's Acts 8:6, and it says, "And the people with one accord gave heed unto those things which Philip spoke, hearing and seeing the miracles which he did."
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't really, I was looking on the online library and I couldn't really find any commentary on the miracles that he did.
That Philip did?
That Philip did, yeah.
Okay.
Um, and I know that from when I studied with witnesses, they were paralleling Philip with the channel of communication, that you can't understand the Bible and you need them, and the thing is, he was so validated in this way. Um, during that time, the transition time from the old covenant to the new covenant, just like the apostles, he was validated, so he was a pretty authoritative person.
Hmm. Yes.
So I was wondering, why are they trying to parallel themselves with him, since they don't really
Parallel.
have any validation of being like Philip? This is the same Philip that talked to the Ethiopian eunuch.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah. So the question is why is what?
Well, why is the society paralleling themselves with Philip, saying, "Oh, it's just like Philip. You need us to tell you what the Bible means."
Well, it goes along with what Matthew 24 has to say about the faithful and discreet slave. We think we there are people who we feel are part of that faithful and discreet slave.
What would
And
what would validate, that's just anybody could really, read themselves into that. It's a parable, it's
well, I
historically
guess
been thought.
anybody could, but
Yeah.
we we they have to be. Well, I don't want to say something wrong.
Okay.
Um, uh, they are. We feel validated in themselves because of their uh, their past histories.
Their past history, you feel validates them?
In the
Wow.
in
Most people would feel it's completely discredited by their past history. Do you know their history?
yes, most of them
Okay.
do.
Okay.
uh,
That's
yeah,
that's
I
shocking.
don't know.
Doesn't
I don't
Jesus
know exactly day by day, but I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, didn't Jesus
but
warn of false prophets? Why do they not fit that description?
because they tell you the truth.
The truth?
There's a lot of
hmm
yes.
Like the date
See,
setting?
there's a lot of doctrines out there that
Uh-huh.
are not the truth. I
Like
mean,
like
like
a certain date? Was that the
hellfire. No,
truth?
I'm talking about hellfire
Yeah. But
and
I'm not making a claim like they are. So I
uh,
would like to really focus on their history. Um, what is a false prophet?
but someone that would push forth doctrines like hellfire and immortality of the soul and
Isn't a false prophet also one who predicts dates?
yeah,
Okay, so why don't they qualify for that then?
the false prophet part
Yeah. Uh-huh.
because the dates that they've talked about are true. They've talked about 1914 being a pivotal year, and I don't think anybody would argue that with you or with anybody.
They
That
weren't predicting
1914 definitely
they
was.
weren't predicting it would be a pivotal year. They were predicting very specific apocalyptic testable events that did not come true. So
I
there
don't know how you say that because there have been wars in one place after another. There's been
mhm.
famine. There's been pestilences. I don't know why you would say that's not true.
Um, what they predicted did not come true. It was a extreme embarrassment to Russell. Now I know that when they talk about it, they talk about it like it was um, a successful proving thing. In 1914, they were teaching that Jesus had already come in 1874. They were not predicting the invisible presence. And they predicted that it would be the end of Armageddon and the end of all governments.
Hmm.
So
I
how
know
are
they
you
did.
saying that's true? That's not true,
I
right?
agree with you. I agree
Yeah,
with you there.
yeah. They kind
But
of repaint that, don't they? Don't they kind of cover that over?
I don't think so.
I
I,
do.
uh, they used to believe in the cross and they don't anymore. I think that you judge a false prophet by someone that wouldn't change their ideas,
No, the Bible
and
doesn't say that.
they have proven that.
The Bible doesn't say that. And they're not honest about it. They're not honest about
I think that
1914.
probably you're just trying to argue with somebody.
Argue. You
Yeah,
said
you are.
you said their history proves they're true, and
Yeah, that's when I agree with.
they
I
have
think
the
that.
most um,
widespread reputation for their false predictions and their apocalyptic fear that they put into people. I mean,
have you been baptized as one Jehovah's Witnesses
no,
before?
no, no.
So so what have you're reading some claims by other people?
No, just from their own publications. Just from their own.
Oh,
You can read them either online, or you can buy the books yourself or look in the library. And like they made statements like, if you're a young person, you'll never grow up in this system. And that was in 1969. So
yeah,
don't worry about what you're going to do. And that just hurts so many people. It was devastating. They praised people for selling their homes, their businesses. And then they said, oh, 1975, that was just some brothers getting so zealous or whatever, right?
yeah, I agree.
That's not very nice.
Well, I don't agree with you on that part.
You think it
Uh,
is nice to do that to people and then blame the people?
I don't I don't think that's what they did. Uh,
Oh, they
you know,
do.
I think probably we're just arguing here.
Oh, no, no. I
Oh, I think
appreciate
so.
I
I
appreciate
think that
conversations.
I think probably I'll just let you go, and I do have work to do. So
People don't
you
do
have a
that.
Nice
People
you
do.
have a nice day,
How
and
do
thank you very
you
much for
like it when
calling.
people do that to you guys?